I'm gonna black out my screen because I had this dream, and I'm just waking up. And anyways, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my video. If you'd like to donate to my channel, all my information is down below in the description box. If you would like a private reading, all that information is also down below in the description box. Man. My hearing, just waking up, my hearing is like freaking like weird. It's like almost tuned or something. I fell asleep with my phone on last night. Someone was going off on something to do with, if you like a private reading, all that information is in my description box down below. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, like, share, subscribe to my video. It always helps. It always supports. And, I love it. I love the support. Now, I'm going to explain to y'all this dream. This is a very weird dream. There was definitely something weird going on. Like, this is like a this is like a ship or something like that got set off sail in the wrong direction. I'll explain y'all why. Okay, so last night I had this dream. Okay, there's this woman. Her name's Cindy. Okay, she's always been like kind of like my mentor. Like, I've always looked up to her. As in my younger years, I used to go to these church retreats all the time, where she would be leading the council of it and everything like that. Well, Cindy's always kind of been my mentor. She was a definite big part of this dream. Okay, her husband is a preacher of our church. I'm a Sabbath keeper. That's my church. But now Cindy's very significant in this dream. All right. So Cindy comes into this daycare. All right, and I don't know what's up with this daycare. It's a very familiar daycare, and for some reason, like, I feel like it's where my mother used to work or something like that. Okay, where I'm playing a game on one of the devices or whatever. It's like this, like Nintendo or whatever, like mini or something, like, and there's like this big black box that's like got all these other like Game Boys or something in it. They're like kids Nintendos. Confirmation. These are like kid Nintendos or something like that. And there was like 2 or 3 missing or something, but I had just the one, and it had this little black leather zipping case on it. And anyway, so I had this Nintendo out of this big black box, and Cindy comes in and she's real mad. She's like, "What are you doing?" But like very angrily, like very just mad at me. And I said, nothing. Like, what's your problem, man? And she's like I said it very innocently, or like she made me feel like I was in trouble, but I wasn't. Like, I wasn't doing anything wrong. She goes, and like there was another female like next to me. I don't know who she was, but she was like, confirmation. She was like caking her face with like some kind of like foundation that was like purple. It was weird. Like, I don't know. She was like a zombie or something. Like, I don't know who this chick was. Anyway, so this she was she was doing these videos on like some kind of a big screen or something, and these videos were like she was on this like doing these how-to videos online for like correctly contouring your face or something weird. And it was like all of a sudden everything stopped after Cindy, I want to say like she almost like woke me up, but I wasn't. Anyways, by snatching the Game Boy out of my hand, like, because I was, and said, "No, you're not." And she's like really mad, and she goes, she did to me almost like I was the child. Okay, and she's like, "No, you're not." Snatched it out of my hand, and then it's like all of a sudden, like, I could feel the energy around me. As I clearly see, I was in the middle of a daycare room where it was empty. clearly it was empty, as you can see. But she was so angry at me, and she said to me, and she snatched it out of my hand, and it turned into a trumpet. Okay, so it turned into a trumpet in her hand, not a Game Boy no more. And she said, she just kind of looked at it like, and as she took it from my hands, and I was kind of like, I didn't know what that meant or whatever, but it was a Game Boy, you know. But all of a sudden, when she took it from my hands, it turned into a trumpet, and she thought I had the Game Boy, but it turned into a trumpet. Don't think, okay, I had to write this down, okay? So I don't think I was even playing the game. I wasn't even playing the Game Boy, like really even playing it, okay? But it appeared like I was. But it was almost like I was just like cheering someone else on just by watching the screen, and someone else was playing it. And anyways, like I knew what I was doing. Like I was just acting like I knew what I was doing, but I had no freaking clue that even someone else was playing this damn Game Boy, right? And so, well, anyway, so I had no damn clue that all this was going on or whatever. And Cindy was very, very mad at me, okay? And she's like the preacher's daughter. She's like, she was always my mentor or whatever. It was almost like I was getting fired from my job at the daycare or something like that. And Cindy was very mad at me, and she says to someone like, I think it was my mother, okay, or I said this to my mom, or I think it was my mom, but my mom wasn't even there. And I was like, it was supposed to be like the daycare, like she owned the daycare, ran the daycare. So I don't know, but I was just there playing a Game Boy. She said, see, or I said to someone, but my mom wasn't there. I said, see, that's why I cannot stand her, Mom. Or like, almost like it was my mom, but my mom wasn't even around. Or like my mother didn't even care or like give a crap. And then, or didn't even pay it no attention, you know? After I said, see, you know, that's why I don't like her. And I really have liked her, like my whole life growing up. Like she's always been like my mentor and stuff, but it's like she was just being this total B word, man. I cannot. Hi, everyone. Hi, Violet Rose, Derry. Hi, Ishmael. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Anyways, I can't explain this, y'all. Like, she was like always a mentor to me, you know, and so like it really hurt my feelings. You know what I'm saying? So that like this really hurt my damn feelings. And Cindy was very mad at me, and I said, see, that's why I can't stand her, Mom. But my mom wasn't there. She didn't even care. Anyways, it was like as though I was only cheering someone else on, but wasn't there. All of a sudden, it was like that girl that was caking on that foundation or whatever it was, doing those how-to videos, how to contour your face with weird purple makeup or some shit. It was like almost where like you would film Elmo or something like that, but and it was like the whole scenery. You could see the whole daycare. Finally, I looked up from the screen. I could see the whole daycare, you know, like in front of me, and I was like, whoa, you know, like I've been here before. So it was almost like I was getting fired from my job, but so I was cheering someone else on, but there wasn't anyone there, you know, and like all of a sudden I had to find my way out, but it was very easy to find my way out. I just had to look up and look around, you know what I mean? And so like, so I was like almost fired from the daycare job or something. Like it was so weird, or like my mother's job or something. And that I was supposed to have been working there, and I found this back door or something. It was like a fire exit door, okay? And it was so weird. It was like this fire exit door and of a daycare. And it's like I knew I had to get out of that daycare, but I didn't know, like, I was supposed to take the front door, you know, or something like that. But I had to wind up taking, like, the back fire exit door for some reason by myself. And, like, there was no one else in the daycare. So I was like, okay, F y'all, you know, basically. And I was out of there, you know. I was like, you know, basically telling the like spirit girl behind me, I was like, good luck on your contouring videos, you know? Thanks for getting me fired, you know, basically like something weird like that. But she was nowhere around, like you couldn't even see her. She was invisible then. Anyways, but it was weird. I had to find the exit door on my own. I exited through. It was a back fire exit door. And then I was outside. I was out in the open. I could see it was a scenery from the daycare where my mom, she used to work at, up the street for many years. She worked there. It was really like almost like closing time or something like that. It was like just at dawn or something. And but it was very beautiful, you know, kind of like the sun was starting to set and everything. And then I find my way to a train. Like all of a sudden I'm on this train. Like I just got fired from a job. I'm on this train, and it was weird, man. It was like I was like a zombie or something, like some weird ass that would just sit on the train. Like it was like Rosa Parks. Like I kept sliding to the front of this train, or like there was this girl. I kept going up to the front to watch her row this like manual train. Like I cannot explain it, or I can't explain it. She was like, you know, those old like slave boats that they used to have, where they used to have people like rowing the bottom of the boat and stuff like that. And these people are like hard pushing, like mushing, you know, to get this freaking train or whatever. This girl's like mushing the train. And then I was like, man, she works really hard. Like, I don't know how she does it. She's got like impeccable strength behind her. Like, I don't even know how she's doing this. So I kept going up to the front to watch her, to like see how much strength she had. Like she was just pushing this train, man. And she kept noticing me. Like I just kept going to the back, or like somehow like I would slide when she was pushing it so damn hard with her like might. I would slide to the back, you know. And then I was like, man, my curiosity kept getting curious, and I kept going up to the front of the train where she was conducting it and rowing it and steering it, and I was watching her. Well, we get to this one stop, and she kind of just, we start to take off, and she's like, oh, like, cause she looked at me from behind, and like, she knows, she's like, man, this girl's got more strength than me. She can handle it, or something weird. Like I could feel that that's what she was saying. And she kind of like did this like long stretch, her last stroke, and just like the train was like, it was acting like it was about to go. And she's like, she did a stretch back, and she goes, ah, yeah. And she like put her arms down. She's like, oh, I'm pretty tired. She just kind of looked at me like, you can handle this shit. You know, you probably got this better than I can, or something weird like that. And it was like, I was like, just as like, I don't know, like I was like, not even, this wasn't my job or anything to do. So I wasn't about to row the damn train boat or whatever this was in the undercarriage. Anyway, I was like, well, this is lame. I'm not going to learn anything from watching her just row this boat. And she just kind of looked at my front pocket or something. Like, I don't know if she thought I had like some kind of whatever her addiction was, or like her, whatever, like her drug of choice or whatever was in my front pocket or something like that. I don't know. I'm not even sure. But she kind of looked at my front pocket kind of like with a craving or something. It was like right here by my chest, by my heart. And it was like a craving or something she was having. She goes, anyways, she's like, I think I'm going to take a really long break. Okay. And that's all she says, you know. She's like, and then she looks at me like in the eye. She goes like, a really long break. And like, she is almost like she took whatever it was, and she like ran off with it or something. And like as fast as she could. Anyways, I normally would watch this girl. It was like my routine. It was like a subway. It was like where I was familiar with this. And she kind of looked like this girl back in like in cheerleading back in high school. Okay. And her name was Katie. But it was like every day, this is my everyday routine, like how I would get back home or something, or get back and forth from work or normally, but I was already fired from the daycare. So, and it's like, man, it was just like, it's my normal routine to go from the back to the front, the back to the front. Okay. Anyways, like she always like knew that I was there, like that I was gonna sit behind her. Like, okay, I'm gonna go to the next page. Okay. Finally, yeah. Anyway, so she rows back. The train stops. She goes, "Ugh, I'm really tired," and she like eases her way to quit her job, and just kind of looked at me like sitting there, like it was my job to take over and do all the work for like no pay or something. Like I was supposed to be the slave girl or something, but for expectations, and like because of my from watching her row it, she expected the knowledge I had gained from her to suffice the pay or something like that. And she said, I don't know, but I'm taking a very long break. Looks at me like I knew exactly what to do. And after she left, it was weird. Then she turned into a younger Cindy version cheerleader. The like a cheerleader, because Cindy is kind of like a cheerleader, right? Like she used to work at SeaWorld. Like she trains all the like sea lions and stuff like that. She's my cousin too, y'all. And she's not only like the preacher's daughter, like that's my uncle's daughter. Like my uncle Jerry, he just passed away too. He was a preacher of our church. Like I grew up around that stuff. And that's why this is so weird. 'Cause I always have looked up to Cindy, okay? But it's weird because it wasn't Cindy. It was like a version of her, but it was like Katie, kind of. But anyways, she stared at my front pocket on my shirt, kind of like zombie-like, man. And she left. She quit. I think, or either that, or I think I was robbed on the subway or something. But there's not even a subway here. Anyway, so it's kind of like that type of deal. Well, I'm not sure. Or she quit her job and just like expected me to take over. Well, then everyone on the train was like looking at me like I was supposed to push it myself. But I says to myself, like, as if, like, I'm not about to work for no pay or something like that. And I was like, then I was in trouble by Cindy. All of a sudden, Cindy pops up like the feds, or like like I cannot freaking explain this. Like but these were like good old boys, like so it's like she's pulling me in for like some kind of a crime I was accused of. It was like she had the trumpet or something. She was like, "Yeah, you got your bitch ass now," or something like that. Like we're gonna you're like, it was like I was going to my own hanging or something. Like it was weird. Like there was like this big arena or something, and she was like, "Yeah, you're coming with me." And she was like acting like she was a fed or like she was a marshal or something, like security. And there was like security with her, but it's like security already knew I was innocent. Well, years ago, my baby daddy's side of the family, like they were into prescription pills and stuff like that. And they this was my first marriage or whatever. Like they were into the prescription pills like a lot. And so they got into it. This is actual real life. This is what happened. Well, they got in trouble for a like large scale prescription fraud scheme. Like that's how bad their addiction was. Like me personally, I could count on my fingers and toes how many times I've ever taken a pill in my life. I do not like pills. I just can't stomach them. Just don't like them. Like I won't even take. I'm the type of person I won't even take a Tylenol. If I got I don't even notice the pain if I have a migraine. So it's like anyways, what I'm trying to say here is that they turned out in that case, like my baby daddy, he and this is actually real life. They got in big time trouble. My ex brother-in-law or whatever he was. I was never married, but anyways, we wanted the house that we were living at. Like he beat my ass all the time. Okay, so he and I split up. I guess the house had got raided by like 18 U.S. Marshals, and the Oklahoma Bureau of Narcotics had kicked in the door, something weird like that. And like the whole family was in on it, and this really happened, y'all. And like his bond was like $500,000. Like you could read about it all in the internet or whatever. But anyway, I was these people knew I was innocent, right? Like I always just kind of took care of the house and everything like that, and they ran with their addictions, like to these pills, behind my back all the time. And I had no clue this shit was going on. Me and my baby daddy, he rolled my arm up in the damn window, and I was trotting along with the car, and like he almost had me like duck tucking and rolling underneath the car at one point in time. So I had my brother pick me up, and I went back home, and that's when we split up. Whenever he tried to run me over. And I mean, he was picking up speed too, like with my arm rolling it up on the window, like haha, like laughing. You know, it was sadistic, and he was evil. So like, I left him. My brother picked me up, and that was it. You know, but like 4 days after my brother picks me up, that's when all that happened in Oklahoma. So it was like I was being called to this crime, right? That I absolutely knew I was innocent of everything. But it's like Cindy had the trumpet. You know, she was like, "You're gonna be you're going to be called for this crime, you know." She was like being a total B word, man. Like, why was she being a B word to me? Like, I can't freaking, I can't, it's like tacky. She was being real fucking tacky. And like, I'm not a tacky person, you know, and I was just like, all right, Cindy, you know, you think you got me? You think, oh, I get it. She probably thought it was the Game Boy in her hand, but it was actually a trumpet. And she didn't know this yet until we had gone to like this trial outside in this arena or whatever it was. And so we were going to like this, it was like almost like a witch trial, like type of thing. And it was for me, but I was innocent. And it was like, these good old boys like next to me, like these, I don't know if they were feds or whoever they were like, they're like, yeah, we really don't know why she's got this kind of like big ego, but we know you're innocent, you know, type of thing. And so like they didn't have me in cuffs, and they didn't have me in handcuffs. And I was like, Cindy was like adding this on, like, yeah, we got your ass now. Like she goes up to the front of this arena, like to find their seats or whatever. And these good old boys are next to her just because they feel like they have to be, but that's not where it was righteous, you know? So they were just kind of like looking at me like if I was gonna, you know, come on, like they're not gonna cuff me, like they're not gonna shackle me, like, but I still have to be called for this trial or whatever, and that was supposed to have happened. Because like I said, my ex was very abusive. I just took care of the house. I wasn't abusing doctors' prescriptions or anything like that. That wasn't on me. That was them. You know, I had no clue that was even going on in my home. Like, and it was just weird. Anyways, so the fact that this was going on, so I was at the type of place where like almost like the president would be speaking, or somebody of like very like big importance was supposed to be having a speaking ceremony, or like I was going to be tried for this crime like in front of the president or something. It was weird, but everyone knew I was innocent. Security, everything knew. So I wasn't handcuffed. I wasn't shackled. I was free. I was free. I had no shackles, no cuffs. I all of a sudden noticed this very polite marshal or like Men in Black type of guy, like good small town folk. He was like, he kind of looked at me and he was like, yeah, we know you're innocent. And they were not shackling me, but nothing but waiting on me to catch up to them. Okay, so then they're waiting on me to catch up to them. They find their seats, and I'm kind of like dragging behind. Like I have like an injured leg. I don't know why my leg is injured, but I'm like sliding. I'm like grabbing the pole to slide myself up. Like, and I'm like, I'm really freaking tired. I'm really exhausted at this point. And I'm like grabbing my body to like, and they're watching me struggle up to the podium, or like right by the podium where I would be put on the stand or something. And I'm like, oh God, no. Like I'm like really putting on the show for them. Like, oh Lord, like it really, you know, I'm so tired and exhausted. Like I can't push on, can't go on any longer. And, so I'm going to where like this podium, this football field type of stadium, arena or something. But I allowed them to. Okay, so but I allowed them to go ahead of me as I was very tired and was even limping on one leg on the ground, like sliding up to catch up to Cindy, where Cindy was sitting with them boys, is what I'm going to say, ahead of me. I suddenly realized they were there to, because I was like, what are we going here for? Like, who's being accused of a crime? Like, what's going on? Are y'all sure it's for me? Are y'all sure it's for me? But I was already so tired. And then I suddenly realized that they're there to put me on the stand to accuse me of a crime for a pill fraud that I was innocent of. So it doesn't go but what's weird though is that we don't wind up going to this trial. Like, everyone just knew I was innocent. And I had nothing to hide. I had nothing to fear. And Cindy didn't know that, but she was like, yeah, I got your ass. Now Halee can't escape this now. And I was like, oh my God, Cindy, like, get over yourself. It was very weird. I was like, get over it, girl. And I was like, you need to calm your ass down and back the F back, like, from me now, you B word, like, that's what I wanted to say, like, back, you bitch, like, I don't know how to say it, but I didn't say that to her because I always respected her, I wasn't rude or mean or anything, but I just had to let her go with it, and until I was at the stand or like taking the stand, I think. So this was like a spiritual court, like an outdoor football arena spiritual court. And like it was almost like I was there to be hung, but I didn't. But then clearly I was innocent and free to go. Next thing you know, like, them boys was all friendly, like, to me, like, yeah, we knew you was innocent, we glad, to get that all cleared up. And then don't know where Cindy went, but I was free from her in the arena. Like, I was free to go. I never saw anyone speak, but it was like where the president was supposed to be speaking at. And but I was free to go, free from her. Like, almost like it was like I was shackled to her or something, because she was my spiritual mentor, like, growing up in the church. And so, like, but I was free to go. I was free of her. I was like, damn, I'm so happy to be free from her. I was like, finally, I know that, because Mom, she sure was acting like a B word. Oh yeah, I was telling my mom, like, I was like, she sure was acting like a B word I was saying that to my mom. I was like, she sure was a B word to me for no reason. And that was it. That was the end of the dream. And I don't know where the trumpet went or anything like that, but yeah, that was definitely a wild dream. So I was fired from my job, expected to become a slave, a zombie type person, rowing this damn boat or this ship. And then he's like, then if I'm not going to be a slave, then I might as well be accused of a crime, But it's like, I just didn't fit a job. I didn't fit being a slave, and I didn't fit being a criminal. Does it make sense? And so it's like the trumpet symbolized my innocence in something, It's like all the crimes that had been committed or whatever was inside this trumpet. Like, and it's like Cindy didn't, she was like shocked too. Like, she was like, oh, how could you? Like, when she found that trumpet in my hands at that daycare, like, she was like, like, you're gonna, this is a crime. I know it's gonna be a crime. You think you're innocent, but watch. Just wait. Like, I'm gonna get your ass with this. But she didn't even know it was the trumpet she was holding. And that's the weird part about it. The trumpet had all the tea inside of it, It's like, she thought she really had me, boy. She really thought she had me, but she didn't. She didn't have shit on me. I was completely innocent. It was like she fired me from my damn job for no damn reason. Like, I don't know how to say it. Like, yeah. So anyway, I'm just gonna Man, what a B word. Like, and I've always been nice to Cindy, you know? Like, that's the thing. Like, she was, preacher's daughter, stuff like that. And for her to treat me like that and me to always have the utmost respect, F her, you know? So I'm just going to go through this notepad because I just woke up. And I am just going to flip it so that you are, because I just woke up, y'all. I'm just gonna shit. I want my phone to die. Hold on one second. I'm just gonna flip it through my little journal notes that I wrote and let y'all view it. So anyway, I'll just kind of lift it up and I'm gonna go through each page and I want y'all to see it because I just woke up. Anyways, let me get this. So this first page of my notes. Okay. As well. You can screenshot it or whatever. Second note of my dream. Shit. Third note. I don't know if I can read this or not. Try and get it better. Try to get it where it's not so shaky. Third note. Sorry, I'm like breathing heavy and shit. I can't breathe. It's so hot in here. Yeah, I'm like, but anyway, yeah. So, fourth note, kind of key to a note. Fifth note, in fifth note position. This is weird, but I know that I'm supposed to share this with someone, so. And you know what? Sixth note. I don't want to do this, but we can call to do it. Seventh note. And I'll just let y'all screenshot it or whatever. This is my notes. Seventh note. Eighth note. Ninth note. 10th note. 11th note. 12th note. 13th note. Sorry, I'm like breathing in the damn phone, y'all. Like, anyways, 13th note. I just woke up and you blow my nose, brush my teeth and all that. 14th note. Sixth or 15th note. 16th note. 17th note. 18th note. 19th note. th note. Anyways, so that's what I have. I have 20 notes. That's what I woke up to today. So I'm going to get into some tarot here in just a minute after I brush my teeth, wash my ass, all that stuff. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my video. I hope someone got something out of this dream. I don't know if this means something to someone, but we can get in that here in just a moment with the tarot. Yeah, I do appreciate y'all for listening and for being a good ear. Something very significant with the ear and the sound of things is like very in tune today. It's so weird. My eardrums are like in perfect tune. It's so weird. Anyways, like, share, subscribe. I'll be back on here in a minute. Y'all take care today, and don't forget to wash your ass today.